back to my channel. I apologize in advance for the noise. It's currently nighttime and I'm filming this video, and my family is actually running rampant and making noise, so I apologize for that. But this is the only time that I found to film this video, especially because at the moment I do not have a room. I'm currently sharing a room with my sister. If you guys watched my last vlog, which I will put right there in the cards, if you guys watched my last vlog, you know that my family and I, we recently made a really big move. We actually moved back to South Africa from Europe, and that was a really big move. We do not know when we are going to move back into our home, the one that we stayed in before we left, and we still have furniture on the way, we still have luggage on the way, we still have so many things along that's on the way. However, I really wanted to get this video out to you, and it's because I felt it was really important. Also guys, I'm aware that I already made a disclosure, but I actually do want to reiterate, I really apologize for the noise in the video, number one. Number two, I actually do no guys, like, this is just not it, but this is the only time that I found to film this video. I really apologize for the lighting. If it's really harsh, I don't know. I've never filmed a video at night, but I had to because it's the only time period that I could film it. So I apologize for the lighting. I apologize if my makeup look crazy. Actually, I don't apologize because it definitely is the middle of the night. But yeah guys, if my makeup looks crazy, it looks crazy. But yeah guys, that's all the disclaimers I have to tell. So yeah guys, definitely watch the rest of the video. And if you were on my close friends on Instagram, because I discussed this in a safe space before actually going ahead and doing this video. However, if you are on my close friends on Instagram, you'd know that I discussed an idea that I wanted to put friends about being educational on my channel and sharing some information regarding university and just everything of that sort. For those of you that are unaware, I will be attending university in the UK come September. I'll be going into my first year. I graduated from high school in 2020, about May or June. Actually, it was May, but I was meant to graduate in June, but I graduated in 2020, and since then I've just been sitting around. My initial plan was to go to university in South Africa, and I will tell you in a little bit why that did not happen and my journey with that. But most of all, I just wanted to make this video to just give you guys more information on the requirements that is needed if you want to go to university in the UK or to relocate to the UK in general. But this video is very university based. To start this out, basically I graduated from high school last year in May 2020. And the initial plan for me was actually to come back to South Africa and study. I had been telling my friends this for the longest time. It's something that I had made peace with for the longest time, and the whole reasoning behind that was because my sibling, my brother, my twin brother actually, he had made the decision that he wanted to go to university in the US, and as funds are concerned, my parents could only afford to send one child overseas to university, so we decided that it would be my brother and that I was going to come home and study the site in South Africa. And that was our initial plan, right? Come time to actually apply to South African universities, that was a whole journey in itself. There were so many things that I was unaware of. There were so many things and so much information that I didn't inquire about, and what it turned out was that I did not get the reply that I was hoping for. Honestly, to cut a long story short, and to be quite honest, because I know that especially my friends and people that are like know what's really going on in my life, I can understand why it's quite confusing as to why I didn't end up going to university in SA this year. And the honest truth genuinely is that I got rejected for most of the things I applied for. I had applied for a BA law. I had applied for, I think it was a BS, I don't know, some politics type degree. and then I had applied for a 4-year law degree, and then I had more space on my VITS application specifically. And then what I found was that I actually wanted to apply for a BA law, and they slammed me. They basically said I do not have the requirements to apply for a BA law or any law degree, and that the only thing that I was able to, or any degree, engineering, psychology. Well, I can understand that because I didn't do a lot of sciences in school, and I especially did not do IB sciences. So let me make clear, I actually studied the IB, which is the International Baccalaureate diploma, and I got a certificate in that. I did not study the full diploma. I did study the certificate, and I did only do 4 IB classes. So I think that is also relevant information to be made for anybody that is an international student. I believe in private schools here in South Africa it's called IEB. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, the international version of that is basically the IB. So basically, yeah, they basically told me that I do not meet the requirements to study for that degree, and yikes, because I did not know that. I did not know, number one, I did not know that I had to study 5 IB courses. And mind you, back before I even started grade 11, my brother and we had gone to South African University to inquire about what we would need to study at these universities, and specifically VITS, because that is the university that my sister went to. My dad also went there, like way back in his day, but we specifically went there and we were not given that information, and we also were not given the information about the correct SAT results that we should get to be able to be exempted from, because like, for example, VITS is a South African university. As an international student wanting to study here, which I was at the time, I would need to apply for an exemption with the South African Matriculation organization, I guess. And so I needed to apply for an exemption, and to apply for an exemption, they have their own requirements of their own, aside from the university's requirements. So I just ended up being in a situation like I cannot go back in time and just go and do 5 IB courses. Like, I already did what I did. I finished school, I didn't get the relevant information, and that was that. On top of that, there were also certain requirements that the South African Matriculation Board needed, and that was literally just a whole lot, because I didn't even know until like the last minute that I didn't meet those requirements, and that it was that fixed that you needed to have done 5 IB courses. Because honestly, I actually passed pretty well. I passed pretty well, and I did really well, and I even achieved a really high grade in my high level English IB class. So I was counting on my grades and the numbers that accumulated to be able to get me into certain things, but unfortunately the requirements were way too fixed for that, and that really irritated me. Because imagine working so hard and doing so well, and then came and actually inquired about the information that you would need to study at a South African university, and then you get let down so horribly, or you get to that point that you have to start applying and stuff like that, and there's just so much that you did not know, not even pertaining to what you needed to do, but the actual requirements of the things that you need to even be able to study. And that really, honestly, that really shut me down. It really shut me down, because that was not what I was expecting at all. I really worked so hard within high school and within my final year to be able to have good grades, to come and be able to apply and study in South Africa. And the fact that things were that fixed and I had no prior knowledge of that was actually just really, it definitely took a toll on me emotionally, because a lot of people are actually unaware of this. I guess I'm honest with you guys by disclosing this in this video, but I don't know, it's definitely very childhood trauma. But basically, when I started grade 1 when I was 6 years old initially, and then what happened was I failed grade 1, and there was a number of reasons for that, but to my understanding, there was a number of reasons for that, but like to my understanding, I had like changed grade 1 teachers in the middle of the year. I had no clue what happened. I was still young at the time. I had changed grade 1 teacher in the middle of the year, and things just really fell off. And yeah, I went to grade 1 when I was 6 years old. I failed, and then I did grade 1 again when I was 7, and yeah, so like it was really kind of, I mean, I was still like young to understand, but like everyone's like telling me, oh, you failed, and apparently that's a bad thing. So that actually took a really bad emotional toll on me. And I guess after like leading after that experience, I was very much like, oh well, I'm not a dumb, I'm actually a smart, okay, let me not swear, but I'm not a dumb person. I'm actually a very smart person, and if I work hard enough and I do what I need to do and I put the work in and I study hard, I'm gonna do great, and I'm gonna do great things in life. Basically, I'm gonna smash it. But that didn't happen, and I literally felt like I was a failure all over again, and it was just so exhausting, because for me, being in Austria, it was just literally all about literally working hard and getting to a point where I'm done in school to be able to apply to South African universities and move forward with my life. That wasn't working out, and I was really over it. It was just really an exhausting situation. It was such an exhausting situation. It's not something that I wanted to go forth with anymore. And even in one of the requirements for the exemption, which I actually needed a specific SAT score, I do not know that score at that current moment for anybody that's concerned about that. But if you shoot me a comment down below, or you DM me on IG or any of my social media platforms, I definitely will find out that information for you and supply that information to you. I was just like, I'm not doing all of that. One thing I'm not doing is all of that. So went back to the drawing board. I was like, okay, now what can I do? Because clearly, because of these requirements, I'm definitely not going to University in South Africa. Oh, before I even continue, me getting that SAT score over that, first of all, that SAT score is actually a bit mad, because there are American universities that they don't even require a SAT score that high, and I'm not even talking like universities that are not known. I'm talking your state universities. I'm literally talking about state universities. So it's like, why would you do all of that for what? Anyways, I was really exhausted. I really didn't want to deal with the situation anymore. I was really exhausted, and I just started thinking about other options. And I was like, well, what else can I do? And then I was like, well, oh, by the way, once you achieve that score, that wouldn't have even been enough for me to apply for a BA law or a 4-year law degree or anything of that sort. I would actually just have to do a general BA. And imagine doing a general BA, getting that degree, and then going for more years to do a law. Like, it was just really exhausting for me. And law isn't even a base career that I wanted to go into, but it's a career that I wanted to go into. I mean, it's something that I wanted to study while being in SA, because I understand the plight of like unemployment and stuff like that. Honestly, I was just trying to look out for myself and my future, if I can say that, in the most honest form. So basically, I was just really over it. I was really exhausted from that process, and I just started exhausting my other options. And I was like, so what can I do? And I started thinking about applying to the UK. And you know what, because I had gone to an international school, because I had gotten international accreditation, and because most of my friends most of my classmates and my peers that I did school with, they went to university in the UK, whether that was with the IB diploma or IB certificates itself, I knew that it was something that was possible, and I knew that it's something that I could attain and I could achieve, just based off of the results that I got. And so I started to apply, and what I actually applied for was, I applied for a media and communications BA honors degree. And then I also applied for, I believe, a digital media degree. And I know that these are all within the, like, for example, if I was to want to study here and do a BA general, these are definitely things that fall into the category that I'm able to study here. However, that's not what I wanted to study within South Africa, unfortunately. But now that I had that opportunity to be able to study that overseas, I was willing to apply for that and see if things would work out. Not only that, but if I wanted to do like a psychology or even a BA law degree in the UK, the thing, they definitely would not tell me no, I do not have the requirements. All they would tell me was, if you really want to do this degree, the only way in which you can do this degree is if you do a foundation year. And a foundation year, I'm sure some of you are aware of it. A foundation year is just a year that basically you gain the foundation of the course before you even start studying the course. So instead of doing a 3-year degree, I'd probably end up doing about a 4-year degree. So the UK was not actually closing the door on me. It had nothing to do with how many courses I did. It had nothing to do with me not meeting a certain score requirement or so on and so forth. But it generally was just, okay, if you really wanted to study this and if that's what you really wanted to do, then all you have to do is do a foundation year. But unfortunately, after much thinking and stuff like that, that's not necessarily what I wanted to do. And so I just decided to go with my heart and do what I genuinely wanted to do, because I actually had a general interest in media and communications and the qualifications that would give me, and especially studying that in the UK. Yeah. Anyways, that happened, and I applied to 4 universities, but I applied for 5 things. I applied to the University of West London, the Westminster University, or the University of Westminster. I applied to University of Richmond, or Richmond University, which is actually an American university that they just made in the UK and is an international university in the UK. And then I also applied to the University of Kingston, or Kingston University, and I actually applied to Kingston University twice. I applied for a foundation year in media and communications, and then I also applied to like just the normal 3-year BA honors degree. And also in West London, I also applied with foundation year. Westminster, I applied for a digital media degree, normal 3 years. And then for Richmond University, I applied for media and communications, because it would have been for it would have spanned 4 years anyways, because it is a US university, so there was no maneuvering out of that or whatever. So those are the universities I applied to. I'm very pleased to say that I did get accepted, or I did get university offers from all 4, if I'm being honest, but all 5 of the degrees that I applied for. That moment really made me so happy, because after the year that I had last year, I was literally so down bad. I did not know what was going on in my life. I was literally just dibbling and dabbling. I was taking risks, even with applying to the UK. As much as I was settled because I knew the requirements that I had, but I was also just, I still had that feeling of, well, things are just not gonna work out because they didn't work out before. And I was so grateful and so happy that happened for me, because it proved to me how hard I definitely had been working and how deserving I am of that opportunity. And it just really changed the trajectory of how things was going for me, and that just really made me happy. It gave me a lot of motivation. And I will not disclose the university that I accepted the offer of. However, I will definitely be doing a university series and taking you guys into basically the things that I need to do before leaving for the UK in September, the certain requirements that's expected of me that I need to get done, and eventually I'll definitely disclose which university I am going to, which will definitely be an exciting thing to share. I'm really sorry for not disclosing where I'm going to university. However, you guys will definitely know in the near future, so watch out for that. Very suspenseful, I know. You guys can guess in the comments, but I'm definitely only going to disclose an answer much later on. So there's that. Now going on to the requirements. So for anybody that wants, this is where I branch it into, whether it's educational or relocating. These are some requirements that you will need. Firstly, you will need to do what is called the IELTS. Now I will display on the screen what the words of that abbreviation is, because I definitely do not remember, but basically this is an English proficiency test. The UK just basically wants to know that you are proficient in English and you'll be able to understand English going there, just for communication reasons, and they just want a document that states that you're able to speak English. Now if you are from South Africa like I am, you guys obviously, most of you probably went to school to an English medium school, and English is one of our official languages, so I would assume most of us relatively do know English. If you don't, definitely brush up on your English skills. There's so many things that and resources that you can use. There is an app for the IELTS for prepping and so on and so forth, so you can use that. And basically for me, I write my IELTS on the 15th of June, and I am doing an academic test because I am going to the UK for academics, and I am going there to study. So I have to do, there's different variations of the test. So if you're just going to normally just to travel there or to relocate there, there's a normal basic IELTS test that you can take. However, because I'm going for educational reasons, I am going to take the academic test. Another thing that a lot of people may not know, oh, by the way, you definitely cannot get a good score in a test, and I don't know what happens in terms of whether you get a good test or not. I don't know if they would actually not allow you to go to the UK or not. I really don't know about that, but yeah, that's all I have to share with you guys. Also, let's talk visas. So basically, because I'm going for educational reasons, the way that I'm applying for a visa is through the university that I'm going to. So basically I go through this process where they require a CAS. I'm not quite sure what that stands for. I'll also put that on the screen. I'm also going through a CAS process where I'm going through that with my school, and with that the CAS, I will be able to get a educational student visa that will also have the name of the university that I'll be attending on there, and I believe it spans for about 4 to 5 years. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going in on an educational visa. If you are going if you want to go to the UK as a tourist, or you just want to go there to live, I don't know the process of that because I'm not going through that process. However, I know that most times when you apply for visas, they do want to see that let's say if you have gotten a job in the UK or something of that sort, they do want to see proof of that. They would also want to know the basis of you relocating, and honestly, if your reason is not plausible enough, you definitely will not get it. So if you are planning to relocate in the future, definitely make sure that you have a plausible reason that would warrant you getting a visa, because there are people that they'll just be like, oh, I'm just relocating, you know, I want to move there, and then they don't get the visa. I don't know why, or I don't know why that is the case. I would assume that they're just trying to limit their immigration. However, you definitely, I believe your chances, let me say, your chances are better at getting a visa to stay there if you are going for a job, or you just have a very plausible reason as to why you are going. Again, another thing that a lot of people may not know, to go to the UK, before you go to the UK because to live there or for educational reasons, you definitely need to take a tuberculosis test. Honestly, if you ask me the reasoning for that, I absolutely do not know. I don't know why that is such a requirement. I don't know what type of health regulations that has to do with, or health requirements that you need to have for that. But you definitely need to do a tuberculosis test. I don't know what happens if you fail, I guess fail the tuberculosis test. I really don't know what happens. I don't know if that would warrant you being closed out or not being able to travel. However, I do know that that is something that they do require, and they want to know. Honestly, like I said, I am going to create a series about my move and like all the requirements that I have to do. I still do have to take my IELTS. I still do have to go through my my visa process and getting my visa in my South African passport. I actually had to apply for a South African passport because unfortunately my green South African passport had expired. I do have a diplomatic passport, but because I'm going there for educational reasons and I would need a visa in my passport, I cannot use my diplomatic passport, so I actually had to apply for that. So yeah, I'll definitely take you guys deeper into the journey, and any other things that I find out and requirements that I need, that I do find out, I do promise that I will definitely disclose that information with you guys and supply that information to you guys. But I'm really excited for this series. I think that you guys are actually going to learn a lot from that, and I really can't wait to follow up on this video and to supply you guys more information about relocating to the UK. And yeah, honestly, if you want to relocate outside of South Africa in general, the only advice that I can genuinely give you is do your research. You do not know how many different countries there are that offer specific scholarships to South Africans. I know that there are a couple of countries in Asia that my friend had actually made me aware of, but definitely do your research. I really apologize, I have no idea why my camera just stopped filming. However, there's so many countries that are willing to give South African scholarships, so just go and make sure that you do your research. You're definitely gonna find something. If this is something that you genuinely really want to do, look at requirements for South African students in general, because I can only speak as a South African that studied internationally, and that is as far as the information that I can apply goes. If there's, I do believe that there are some South Africans that have successfully relocated or moved to the UK for educational reasons. I will definitely link some in the description box if I find any. However, the biggest thing is just do your research. Also, as South African kids that are currently studying overseas, also make sure that you are aware of certain information and requirements that you would need if you do want to come back home to study. There are certain things that you would have to double check on or research on or anything. If there's anything that you would like to know specific to coming to university in South Africa, and what I learned from the roller coaster and the chaos of the process that I went to, my DMs are definitely open, so definitely do shoot me a DM or send me or just shoot me a comment down below. Also, I definitely will be providing my email address in the description box, so check that out too, and message me if you need any information. I do try to keep up to date and reply to people as much as I can. Also, I definitely don't get that many DMs, so I do try and make sure that I do reply to my DMs when I do get them. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you for watching so much. Honestly, the support and the reception that I've gotten on my channel so far is just so, I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm really happy that you guys are staying and subscribing and posting my things and promoting my things. It really does not go unnoticed, and I just really want you guys to know that. Yeah, I'm really excited to continue on this journey with my channel. I have a vlog coming up that you guys should definitely look out for. So, but yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for the support. This was my first sit down, and I was scared. I was literally so nervous. So I hope this video just does get a good reception. Also, guys, definitely go and watch my previous vlog, my travel vlog. I haven't been getting much reception on that, and I definitely understand. I also definitely disappeared from YouTube for quite a long time, so I can understand why my views on that video is not performing as well. But I'd really appreciate it if you guys went and checked out that video as well. Yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next. Oh, please definitely remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and bye. Wait, is this off? Huh? Why not off? Why is it not switching? Oh. Anyways, let me. Bye.